Hi there everybody, it's Nisi D here. It is Tuesday. It is October the 8th, and I'm just coming to you with a little bit of an update. I know, 2 videos in less than 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. No, just kidding. Okay, just doing my little bit of warm up here before I speed it up to get some exercise in. I mentioned in my video a week and a half ago or so ago that I have been scheduled for my plastic surgery. What, you ask, am I having done? Well, I'm having a tummy tuck done. Why, you ask, am I online again in less than 2 weeks to talk about this? Well, let me tell you. First of all, I haven't had a whole lot new to share with you in the last couple of years, so what the hell, I'm going to make the most of it. No, just kidding. I just thought I would share a little bit about some of the emotions that I've been going through since getting that call, because that was quite exciting at the first week in September when I got the call, because I hadn't been expecting to get it so soon, just based on what I'd been told about the waiting lists and stuff, right? So I realized some interesting things in the last couple of days. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I think that we have more and more people in our weight loss surgery community who are sharing their plastic surgery experience for sure. But I think a great many of those people are folks who have very successfully reached their ideal body weight. And so it seems like the natural progression to then have your plastic surgery. And so, and maybe I'm wrong about this, I hope I'm wrong about this, but in my mind's eye, I realized today that I've had this little bit of me, this little voice in the back of my head that is still waiting for people to judge me, to say, what are you doing having a tummy tuck? You're still too fat. Get out of here. You should not be having this done yet. What the hell? Okay? And I realized that today when the pre-op screening nurse called to do my pre-op history over the phone and tell me a little bit about pre-operatively what would happen, what to expect of, and post-op sort of thing, that I was still expecting to hear that, right? And it kind of surprised me a little bit because for the most part up here, I think I'm quite happy with where I am. And I am. But because I haven't reached that ideal body weight, I'm still expecting judgment. And I think partially that's because, although I love this community, don't get me wrong, and for everybody who reaches their goal weight, I rejoice with you. But really and truly, that's never been one of my goals. But a great deal of emphasis is put on reaching that number, and if you don't, you've given up. And so I think sometimes that can have a somewhat detrimental effect. I think that it's something we should all strive towards. But what that ends up having, what ends up happening, I think sometimes, if you're not one of those few people. And we have lots of people who do it. I shouldn't make it sound like that. But there's a lot more that we don't hear from who don't ever reach that ideal textbook body weight. It makes you feel like a failure. And you feel like you haven't done enough. And when the nurse said to me today, after we discussed sort of the, RNY gastric, like the surgery and sort of my progress to date, my maintenance, she said, wow, you've done really well. And I thought, you know what? I really have done well. So why am I feeling like at any moment someone's going to pull the rug out from under me and suddenly tell me how terribly I've done? I was 350 plus for several months. I know this because my scale stopped weighing me at 350 pounds. When I decided to have the surgery, my first recorded weight with the physician was 346 pounds. Being on the liquid diet and following, a better diet and exercising pre-op. Day of surgery, I was 325. I lost the majority of my weight in my first year post-op, which surgery was in July of 2009, and have, for the most part, I've had a couple of blips up, but for the most part, after that first year, maintained a weight between 202 and 209, 10 pounds, somewhere in that neighborhood, right? That's good. And my goals have never been to be on the cover of Vogue. I wanted to be healthier, right? I am healthier. I'm not hypertensive. I'm not diabetic. I was pre-diabetic. I'm not on sleep apnea. I can walk. I can run if I choose to. I can play. I can do all the things that I wanted to do and either couldn't or found very difficult before. So I wanted to talk about that because I'm not at my ideal body weight. I'm 200 pounds or more, depending on the day. Well, always 202 to 2810, right? This stomach is the one thing that is still a mental barrier to me. And I can do something about that. I'm not done. I still plan to exercise. I still plan to eat and live a healthy lifestyle. And if post-op my body decides to let go of more weight, that's great. But I don't want to wait anymore. I'm tired of tucking it in. I'm tired of the skin breakdown. And it is the one thing that is still holding me back mentally. I look in the mirror and I still feel like a really, really fat girl. So that's why I'm choosing to do it now. And I'm looking forward to it. That's all I can say is that it is my one mental barrier that keeps me from being at peace completely here. And when I look in the mirror, it's the one thing that still prevents me from feeling as healthy and as fit as I know I am right now. And so I'm going to do it. So I just wanted to share that because that was some interesting emotions. And I really didn't realize until after talking to the nurse that I was still expecting somebody to say, wait, you can't have this, you're too fat, right? So there's still some work that this chick's got to get done here. But I'm you know what, we're never done. Mentally, emotionally, physically, we're what's the work in progress? That's not the saying. I don't know. I'm tired. Anyways, I just wanted to share that, some interesting thoughts that I'm having as I prepare to have my plastic surgery. I hope that you're all taking care of yourselves. I hope that you're taking care of each other. Love yourself. Love one another. Make a great day.